Okay, I want to talk about the cups. The cups are about emotional things. All cups are emotional, okay, about heartfelt things. Um, and we start with the Ace of Cups, new thing, brand new thing. So this is new love. This is actually a love card, and the Ace would indicate something new, something blooming. And when it's one, when it's an Ace, it's not necessarily boy loving girl or girl loving boy, as a two would be, but this is just about love within yourself. You're loving. Okay, it doesn't indicate any target to it or anything. So it's a loving kind of situation, or loving words are spoken would be shown up this way. Upside down, not so loving. So this is kind of easy to kind of, you see this card, it's an ace. It's about one thing. It's not about two people loving each other, but it's about a person having love in their heart or not, or loving words or whatever's talking, whatever the subject matter or the question is. Oh, here we go. The next one is the Two of Cups. This is boy loves girl, girl loves boy. This is one of the major love cards in the deck. Right side up, they're in love. Upside down, they're not in love. You got the boy and the girl loving each other, but usually there's a product of the three. And the Three of Cups talks about new beginnings with, babies are implied here with the three a lot of times. This is also the engagement to be married card, looking forward to the future, the third thing being the future that they got together. Okay, it's not the marriage card, but the engagement to be married would be the Three of Cups. So this is all about the things that are being born between two people that could be looking forward to, even if it's not a love situation, something we'll get together, we're going to make this dream come true in the future. The Three of Cups would indicate that. Three of Cups upside down, well, just the opposite. You're not really, there's nothing really coming of it. In fact, it implies an ending, unhappy ending. It's not just an ending, but an unhappy ending because we couldn't make our plans or things didn't really work out. So this is kind of an unhappy card when it goes upside down. So after all of that, you start thinking, well, what do I want to do next, or what's going on next? So this is a card of contemplation, the Four of Cups. What do I want this or not? It's being handed to me. There's the fourth cup being handed to this person. Does he want it or not? He doesn't know yet. He may want it, he may not want it. He's going to contemplate, he's going to think. He hasn't decided yet. Until you turn it upside down, now he's decided. Yes, he wants the cup, or no, he doesn't want the cup. This is a decisive kind of card. Decision made. So whenever you see this card, past, present, future, decision was made. It's upside down. He made the decision, now he's got to live with it. Five of Cups. Five of Cups right side up is a card of depression, sadness, crying about it. So that's all you can say. But whenever you see this card, it's a card of depression. Upside down, new ideas are popping forth all the time. I mean, he's thinking about this, I could do that, new possibilities. It's everything but depressed. It's a kind of an active mind thinking about different things that are possible. Possibilities are going like crazy on that card upside down. The Six of Cups. It's the card of intimacy. Intimacy could be sexual, but it doesn't have to be. So we're not looking at it necessarily as sexual intimacy. Sitting on the couch talking to somebody, getting lost in conversation, again, intimacy. And so this intimacy shows up as all kinds of things. It has the implication, too, of having childhood memories that are pleasant, that are intimate. So childhood memories kind of comes up with this card as well. And more often you might think in a reading, too. So you take the card of intimacy and you turn it upside down. It doesn't mean there's not intimacy. Well, it does mean there's not intimacy, not now. Memories of intimacy, yes. You have memories of intimacy, but don't have any. You don't have any right now. Memories of it in the past, okay? So sometimes this tells a lot in the reading when it shows up and it says, well, they used to have good memories. They used to be this, but they don't have that anymore. They don't get lost in conversation on the couch talking to each other anymore. In the bedroom, too, they don't have that anymore. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a wishy-washy kind of card. The person doesn't know what they want, or doesn't know how to go about getting what they want anyway. They think they want something, but they don't. So a lot of times when people are really arguing, trying to get this and trying to get this, this card shows up, they don't know what they want, right? But when it's upside down, they do. A lot of the big problems you find with people that you read for, that I read for, is when you get this card right side up, they're working to do this and they're working to that, but they don't know what they want. They're not going to get it. Upside down is a very positive card. At least it's very specific. At least they know what they want and they know what they don't want. So that's that. The Eight of Cups. After you find out you don't really want it in the first place, sometimes you just say, well, forget it. They walk away. This is the card of walking away. So this card would be walking away from any situation that you're talking about. So no matter what it is, the person's going to be walking away from it. Doesn't want it anymore. This is taking action on the previous card, actually. When you got the walking away card upside down, it becomes very confusing. And so it's confusing situations that people are just confused. I don't know what the hell I want. That would be the card. Card of confusion would be the Eight of Cups upside down. Of all the mundane cards, I mean, I'm not talking, I mean mundane meaning not spiritual or have some higher meaning to it. Of all the regular mundane cards, this is the happiest one in the deck. It's the Nine of Cups. All your dreams come true. Okay, so if whatever the person, whether they need it or not, or whether they want it or not, irregardless of anything else, they're going to get what they want with this card. And so it's certainly a good one to find as a final outcome. You know, all your dreams will come true. So you could really give a good reading if you got this any place, except the past, because they know about it in the past. They already know they got used to get what they wanted. So you used to get it, but I don't know anymore. Let's see what comes up, and you look and see. I find these to be very accurate, by the way. Just follow these textbook. Very, very, extremely accurate. People don't realize that. They think, oh, it couldn't be accurate. They're random cards. Nothing is random. Nothing is random. You never find anything random, especially in a tarot deck. That's the 9, and then we get the 10. 10 is a happy family. Typically, it means family, too. But it doesn't have to be family. It could be groups of close friends, or anybody, any group you want to name. Close friends or family. This is really good. They're taking care of each other. They're being like family members, and everything's cool. But upside down, it's a bad family. They're at each other's throats. They're not on each other's side. So if you're looking at an office situation, or even any kind of personal situation with this, there's factions going against you, you know, or factions doing this. And they're not all of one mind, certainly. That's the 10. And then we have the people. We start with the page, which are young people, but they don't have to be young. They could be immature old people, okay? This is typically under 13, all the way down to being a baby. If it's not a person, it's communication. Knights are about communication, and cups is about loving communication, or unloving communication. And that should cover it on that card. This is also the gay card, okay? So when you get it upside down, we're looking at gay, unless we're looking at something else. Unless we're looking at just unloving communication, then somebody 80 years old could be, you know, at heart, 19. So you get this card. If it's not a person, if we're not talking about people, you consider it a person first, but there's nobody to talk about. If we're talking about some kind of concept, somebody wants a question that people would not be typically involved with, then it has to be the meaning of important material advantage of a loving nature. You know, so this would be a important material advantage of a loving nature would be a romantic proposal. So in relationship readings, you get this card, you can predict accurately, I can, if it's in the future, this person's going to make a proposal. Let's go steady, all the way up, let's get married. Any of that kind of stuff would fit into this. When it's right side up, it's honest. The person does love you. The person does want to marry you. The person does have honorable intentions, and that's really important, things like that. So you can predict that accurately with this card, unless it's upside down. He's lying to you. This is a seducer. He wants you to do this, this, and this because he wants to take advantage of you, or she wants to take advantage of you. It's not truthful. They're seducing you into doing something because they want to get a hold of your bank account, you know, that kind of thing, or something else. Or maybe they just want Who knows? Knight of Cups upside down would be a seduction. Seduction. Now we got the Queen. Now as soon as you get the Queen, you think female. It doesn't have to be female, but it's of a loving nature. And this would be a kind, loving woman, typically. It could be a man, if we're talking about feminine qualities. Like a reader would have, it would be a feminine quality. So in terms of being a reader, I would be a queen. The right side up is very positive, okay, very loving, very kind. Upside down, not so loving, not so kind, okay. And we got the King of Cups. He's a very loving man, okay. Unless we're talking about somebody that's really mature, that's really 14 and a very loving kind of person. That does happen. The King of Cups is a person. He would be above 35 typically. Upside down, it's not a loving person at all. And all these cards here, these people cards, when we get them upside down, they become victims. So we're looking at victimhood with a man, or back to the woman. We get it upside down, this would be a poor me, a victim, okay? All the way down to the page, the victimhood shows up when these cards are upside down. Or could show up, and depending on the circumstances involved. So that's it for the cups from ace all the way up to king.